Hey guys, welcome to another vloggy valuable vlog. So on this particular day we're going to 5 Riyals Shop. Just like I've mentioned earlier, Riyals is the currency of Saudi Arabia, just like you have naira in Nigeria and dollar in the US and pounds in the UK. Riyals, like Riyals, is the currency of Saudi Arabia. So they are sub currency. I don't know if that's the correct word actually, but like the meaning of Riyals is called halala. Just like you have kobo in naira, that's in Nigeria, and you have cents for dollars in the US, and you have what's I think sterlings for UK. Yeah, so in Saudi Arabia it is Riyals, like standard practice. Standard currency. Then the sub currency is like halala, like the way you have kobo. So on this particular day we're going to a particular outlet called 5 Riyals Shop. So it's basically an outlet that sells a lot of things for 5 Riyals. Actually it's not everything in there that is 5 Riyals, but if you're looking at if you are trying to be economical with purchases and stuff like that, if you're just trying to cut costs, it's definitely a place to buy stuff, and they really sell amazing stuffs actually. So it's not like a place where you go and you see nonsense, no, and they're actually things that are better off when you buy them from there, so it makes sense. So we came here to buy some stuff. My sister needed to buy some stuff for herself and get a present for her friend whose birthday was approaching. And that actually brings into the topic of today's video: friendships. Let me wear my sunshade. One thing about here, when it's cold, it's really cold, and when it's sun, it's also really sunny. And what is friendship? For me, I'll define friendship as a mutual and voluntary relationship between 2 or more persons. So friendship is, for me, it has to be mutual and it has to be voluntary, and it usually consists of a deeper connection with someone other than the usual level of connection with people. So for me, the 3 categories, or would I say the 3 things I look out for in friendships are mutuality, loyalty, and respect. Mutuality in the sense that I would want to be this person's friend as much as the person wants to be my friend. Loyalty is in the aspect of, I'm sure that when we call each other friends, since we've decided that we both want this, I expect certain sacrifices from you, and I am also supposed to make certain sacrifices for you. Like, expect that you have my back, and I also have to do everything within my power to have your back. Their respect is, we come to the place of understanding that, oh, there are some things that are different about us. There are some things that we may not necessarily agree on, but that respect is what will make that respect is what will make me look beyond your weaknesses or your differences and look at the core of our friendship, look at your soul. I know it sounds deep when I say soul, but for me friendships are very deep and sacred. Yeah, so the respect there is when there is a disagreement, when there is a disparity, when we don't agree on something. That respect there is what I'll look at, or what I would have to pull out, the card I'll have to pull out and exercise so that things don't go sour. And I would also expect that you do the same for me. So I've seen situations where people are calling each other friends, but you just see that they don't respect each other. And for me, there's really no point. Let's remain acquaintances, let's remain colleagues, let's remain cousins, let's remain whatever you want to call it, but we are not friends if these 3 things are not there. Well, I've not been to the upstairs part of Ramis. Okay, this one is good. I like not. I'm not sure I even like it. It's not classic because of this thing. I like the color and it's fine. Our size will be like 43. So anything you're doing in this life, don't have a big feet, because that's one of the most useless assets to have as a woman. you will suffer, my dear. Like, looks and feels cheap. So back to friendships. Like I said, the three elements I look out for when I'm to be friends with someone, or when someone wants to be friends with me is mutuality, loyalty, and respect. The prototype for friendship as a Christian for me, it's in the Bible. David and Jonathan. Like, these are people that were from two different worlds. David, poor boy, last born, shepherd boy, son of Jesse, and Jonathan, first son of Saul, not just a son of a king, but the first son of a king, like heir apparent. Do you get? So there was that mutuality, despite the fact that they were worlds apart, like they were from different classes in the society, but they were still friends. Jonathan was invested in the friendship as much as David was. So it was not a case of, oh, because I'm the king's son, so you have to come and kiss my feet. Now he was also invested in it, and he showed it completely. And even David, on the long run, he still invested in the friendship. Even on the long run, when he later became king, he was like, who is in the house of Saul that I may show mercy because of Jonathan's sake? So that's like mutuality, that's loyalty, that's respect. Even in the aspect of loyalty, like Jonathan knew that this person was a contender for not just his father's throne, his throne, because he was heir apparent. Like, you know, that he knew that if not for David, automatically the kingship was going to go to him. But he was like, I'm going to be loyal to my friend. God has already said it, there's nothing I can do about it, so there's no point fighting it, so I'm just going to be loyal. Even when he had the opportunity to kill his friend because his father was after his friend, he still stayed, he still stood by his friend. That's loyalty. He still had his back. And even on the long run, David too also reciprocated. Mutuality, loyalty, even respect. Like, they had respect for each other. So for me, I am someone that does things with purpose. I'm not someone that does things because people are doing it. If I ever have to do something, then I will want to know why I'm doing that thing and what comes out of that thing, and why I should continue doing it. Even if it's charity, I know that, oh, why I'm doing this thing is because I know that what I'm going to gain from it is that I made people happy. Do you understand? So for me, if I'm using a thing and the thing is not fulfilling the purpose for which I bought it, there's really no point. Like, if I'm rolling with somebody and I think we're friends, and these three key things, I don't know about other people's respect, or sorry, I said respect, friendship language, but these three things are like my friendship language, if there's a word like that. So if these three things are not there, then what exactly are we doing? Like, we can just be acquaintances, we can just be familiar, and I'm so very good with that, because being an extrovert, I can be very friendly with people, I can be very social with people, but man, when it comes to friendship, I am very, very thorough. And that's why my friendships are very solid and old. Like, the few friends I have, they are very solid, they are old, they are people that even if I do the worst thing on earth right now, I can call them. So I would rather just have few friends than have multiple friends. So I saw this one, it has this army green situation going on. So we are looking at this, which I think is fine now. Can I see that one you're holding? And this. Let's buy this. I get shit. So I know you might be wondering, oh, why she's suddenly talking about friendships. I'm talking about friendships because, man, like, there's something that happened with this my sister's friend that almost I was like, girl, you've got a friend, hold her tight. Like, there was something that came up, and it was something that we as a family couldn't do for her, she as a person couldn't do for herself, but this friend stood by and did it for her. Like, what she did for her is the kind of thing that maybe a wife can only do for her husband, or a sister can only do for her sister, or a parent can only do for their child. Like, their sisters that can't even, their siblings that can't even do it for siblings. So, like, we as a family were so grateful, right? We're so appreciative. We're like, oh, thank you so much. And it also boils down to another fact on friendships. There are times that you would find yourself in a station whereby your friend is someone that's in a higher tax, when you find yourself in a friendship with someone that is in a higher tax bracket than you are, in that kind of situation, you not come and start saying, it's for people that have money. I don't think I can be friends with this person. One thing that Pastor Simon always teaches is that if you cannot appreciate with money or financial stuff or material things, appreciate with honor, appreciate with gratitude. There's a way you'll be grateful to someone and the person will be like, come and take my house, right? I have junior friends that there's one particular girl I have in mind. I know that at the moment she can't give me anything, but we are friends. Like, she's my younger friend. The way this babe appreciates, even if it's 5K that you give her, the way she will appreciate it, you wonder, is it just 5K that I give this person? So that's for you to know that there are just different ways of bringing value in friendships. Don't be that kind of friend that will just be so standoffish and be so selfish and be so insensitive. Don't be that kind of person. Don't be that kind of friend that will stress your friend. I remember being in such situation last year. Like, there was a friendship that, almost happened, and it was that case of, okay, I was in a better place to assist in some things and she wasn't, and I really did not mind, because I felt like if you're friends with somebody, you can just help out if the person's in a tight corner. But this person, I felt like she didn't just get it. For her, as far as she was not so bringing what I was bringing, then it meant that she was, I don't know if it affected her self-esteem. I wouldn't know, but I tried as much as possible to avoid that, and at some point it was even looking like I was shrinking myself so that she would be comfortable, right? So that kind of thing kept on happening. And for this person that was always saying, oh, I also want to be bringing, I was like, I kept telling her, don't worry, I don't mind. If once I get tired or once I'm fed up, I will let you know, don't worry. And she always felt like, oh, I want to bring something. But what I even expected her to bring was the fact that at least show gratitude. So this person that was claiming that she felt bad she couldn't bring anything was also on the flip side acting entitled, right? Because on the long run, she started acting entitled because I kept bringing that thing. So there was not even that sense of gratitude. I don't mean come and thank me, say thank you, or bow down for me. Just say thank you. And even if you think you still have access to that thing that the person is giving you, let there be that sense of respect. Let there be that sense of not being entitled. I don't know if you get my point. So in friendships, even if you cannot bring material stuff, even if you cannot bring money, even if you cannot bring certain things, if there is no other thing that you can bring, at least bring gratitude. Don't be that parasite in a friendship. Whenever you find yourself in a friendship, make sure that it is a symbiotic relationship where the person is gaining from you and you're gaining from the person. Okay, so that's it on my today's TED Talk. Thanks for coming. At this point, it was time to go home, and I'm one of those persons that begin to think of home immediately I get to the place. Actually, mine is immediately I leave the door of my house. I always love staying at home. I don't know why. Are you like that, or are you the kind of person that can stay out till mama calls? About my TED Talk, what do you guys think about friendship? What are the elements you look out for before entering a friendship, and what are your deal breakers for friendship? Please drop it in the comment section. Until next time, I remain your captain, Kechibi Johnson, and do not forget to let your light so shine. Bye.